Now we're in top 64. And from there, beats Fluffy, a Yoshi's 2-0. Z, the Diddy, 2-0. Beats Skew by a score of 2-1. And then RM8 by a score of 3-2 to qualify for top 8. And they're not done. They wind up, we saw just on stream, beating Bruno AV by a score of 3-2. And then Bluxious by a score of 3-1. In order to get to this point, chat, WaKa had to win 11 straight sets, and he did it. That is what Middy is going to have to stop here. That's what this Pac-Man, who had to really pull themselves up by the bootstraps in order to really get this going, is going to have to face. This sort of momentum, this sort of emotionally charged run, it does not happen every day, folks.
Oh, absolutely not. Like, that's an insane run. Like, to have that kind, not that, like, you have to think about burnout, you have to think about momentum. Yeah.
Phase 1 pulls.
Like, Floston, phase 1 pulls, like, that is insane, like, momentum right there. And mental endurance, because, I mean, at the end of the day, like, you know, Wi-Fi terms can be very taxing on the mental. Like, you hear all these top talents talk about how hard it is to really thrive in this meta. Especially whenever, you know, one of the main counterplays to a character like Luigi is being good at spacing you out and just staying away from you. And, like, that is something that there's so many styles you have to get around. I mean, heck, you had to, like, deal with a hero, too. And, like, you know, you never know what's going to happen there. You roll the dice. So it's like, there's so much that he had to fight through. So, no, I got a lot of respect for WaKa. And can Middy stop him? And the matchups, I think the matchup would be in Pac-Man's favor, but, I mean, when you're dealing with a specialist, they are constantly practicing how to work around their character's weaknesses and also turn them into his strengths because they use them as baits against their opponent. Because if you just flowchart a weakness against a specialist, more likely than not, you're going to get baited into something, and getting baited by Luigi, you're asking to get blown to hell and back, because that is what Luigi does, especially after what we saw happen to Bluxus.
It might just come down to the adjustments that Middy is able to make in this one. I don't think this is going to be the first time that Middy has played a Luigi. We are waiting for one of the players to enter the arena at this time, so please bear with us. But in the meantime, certainly would like to thank you all for joining us here at twitch.tv/ANG Esports, continuing coverage of online Olympus II presented to you by ANG and, of course, our good friends over at Red Bull. But this is an absolutely ridiculous bracket that we've seen so far. You were right to focus on all 4 players that are remaining, and really does come down to it might just come down to momentum. It might come down to, you know, just there's so many things to be considered in this. It really just comes down to like a whole encapsulation of the game. It seems like, you know, one who's really good at kind of keeping people out and getting them frustrated. One who is good at getting the right button presses and showing their fearlessness in the face, which is what we might be seeing here. Those two qualities play out between Middy and WaKa. But then you also have Full Bloom, who's, you know, absolute balls to the wall gameplay has been just a godsend for those of us who wanted to see a little bit more aggression in this bracket. And then obviously Pelu Pelu, who is going to be awaiting the winner of this one. Well, they've got a sword, they've got an arrow, they got multiple ways to keep you out and multiple ways to drag you down. Luigi versus Pac-Man, and we're going to get started here. Middy and WaKa at Pokemon Stadium. Let's go.
Let's see what happens here. Right off the bat, we already have the hydrant down, of course, but everything's being thrown. Just trying to get some little bit of chip going. That way, you know, they can kind of dictate the pace a little bit because they have the percent lead. Okay, going for a little bit of aggression on the platform. Oh, but whiffs the grab, and here we go. Yeah, like, that's something you gotta watch for, is after something whiffs, you can't really try to force, you know, your way back in. You gotta kind of reset neutral, because already, like, a good amount of percent got put on to Middy because of that. Okay, but right off the bat, got a nice Galaga combo going, runs into the sour spot of forward smash, just going off stage, and just going in. Right now, like, this is a style you'll see, like, some people will go with game one, just to see if, like, how much their opponent will respect them. And right off the bat, like I talked about before in the Bluxus matchup, when Bluxus was going in this matchup, like, when you see that they have to charge their side B, especially if good projectiles that kill, you can just get stocks like that, which was good knowledge coming from Middy right off the bat. Forward smash coming out. Wow, Middy's on fire right now. Middy seems very, very comfortable. and kind of playing super aggressive right off the bat, which is not what I expected to see.
And again, I mean, we did kind of see this from Middy before. Really only kind of slowed it down when forced to in the face of Supergirl Kells and getting them frustrated a little bit. So it's good to know that that they can do things both ways, more or less, as they can sort of dictate the pace of play and really kind of have WaKa bend to Middy's will here. Did I say WaKa? Dear God.
Yes, you did. It's okay. It's okay, bro.
Might be my language that's a little wonky here. I do apologize about that. But either way, this is WaKa trying to get back on the winning track here, doing well. And again, the comeback potential of WaKa, it's was shown multiple times here in this bracket. But when you get hit by Bells, there's not a whole lot you can do except DI and pray, and that's about where WaKa is right now.
Yeah, like you can definitely tell that Middy is very well versed in this matchup and is very comfortable in going off stage after WaKa. Like this is definitely a matchup you can tell it's definitely well known for. Oh my God! Actually called the tech roll in, but still the grab did not connect. Okay, here we go. Mash short hop, mash jump, fair out of hit stun. Okay, here we go. Reversal. Yeah, man, that's it. You got to be careful. The reversal game coming from WaKa, you got to know Luigi is always going to be hitting that nair button if you're at that percentage where they can combo into the down B. Ooh, you got to call that out. Did he try to taunt? No.
No. Don't speak that into existence. Do not.
Bro, I was about to say, pack it up. Pack it up. That's it. Hand him the trophy right now. To go for something like that, this far in bracket on the last stock, this dude is out of his mind.
Yeah, no, WaKa has transcended humanity. I don't know what being they are now, but I just don't think they're human right now. This is that's a little bonkers. So WaKa, right now, going to see just how accurate my words are, I suppose. But forgive me, my judgment is that but of a human. So yeah, don't hold that too much against WaKa, however, is going to throw the back air in the face after grabbing Pac-Man's cherries. That might have been I didn't mean for that to be a euphemism, but it's kind of hard to play.
Yeah, I mean we take those. Hey man, I thought you said we're not calling each other out like this. You should own that.
No, look, man, that's just how it wound up playing out. Okay, I'm just calling what's on the screen. That's all I can say right now.
We're grabbing Pac-Man's cherries. I'm just saying.
Anyway, WaKa wins 1-0. I'm glad there's at least one adult in the room. And what is there to do? What? God damn, have we done? So now if you're Middy, did Middy just go random? Middy just went random. Middy actually just went random and got Marth. Middy straight up picked random.
But why though? That game didn't go that bad. Now, don't get me wrong. Middy's random isn't bad, but like, what?
I mean, it's like, yeah, you know what? I guess if you can get RNG with side B, I can get RNG on the menu. So let's figure out how that goes.
Random Marth actually somehow does this. I mean, got a disjoint. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you know, maybe it really is just a matter of how well you can space things out. I do kind of wonder if you're relying on a lot of weak hit combos, but you're landing getting called out. That is the downfall of pretty much every sortie in this game, Ronan, and certainly the original one in Marth. Well, not the original, but one of the originals. Certainly no exception.
Okay. Oh, yeah, there it is. That is one thing that Marth can do is just go off stage and swat Luigi. There's not a whole lot he has to worry about. Okay, just mash out the up B. Got it. Okay. Oh my God, these parries. I'm so scared. I'm waiting for parry up B to happen, man. I have no idea when up B, like tipper, like up B actually kills, or sweet spot up B, I should say, actually kills. But if it killed, like, you know, at 50, I would not be surprised. That move seems so strong.
Yeah, so now, yeah, it's why not taking a stock with a random in losers semifinals? That is, I mean, that takes some guts. I don't even know what to say about that. Shield Breaker is going to connect for a little bit of damage, and even though WaKa taking Middy down to their last stock, I'm kind of impressed at how well this Marth is doing thus far.
I swear, if Middy's random Marth is the answer to this matchup, I don't even know what I can say to that. Like what can you say to that?
I feel like they're committing to a few too many buttons, and WaKa is able to counterpunch just a little too well. That's the problem when you miss with some of those special moves. You're kind of in trouble. Like, I know it's one of the lighter swords in the game, but that's a problem. You're just not used to the character. You don't have a good gauge on the recovery, and WaKa will take full advantage, getting the ledge guard, and all of a sudden, Middy is down 2-0. I don't know. All things considered, let's be completely fair here. That Marth did not do all that poorly.
No, it did.
Yeah, but man, doing that in game 2 of losers semis when you're down, that is wild. I don't even know how to describe that.
Sticking it out on random, by the way. Imagine a world where it's like a reverse 3-0, and this is how he finally gets put in losers.
Yeah, I mean, what? You mean when they're on winner's side?
Yeah. Oh, wait, that's right. He's in losers. That's right. Never mind. So, like, what I'm saying is, like, imagine, like, this is the way he finally got taken out was by, like, Middy reverse 3-0ing him on random. That would be insane. And also, it would really hurt from how much momentum this man's carried this far. So... yeah, I would be interested to see it, but at the same time, for the sake of WaKa, I don't know if I want to see it.
Okay, G. Do you have
the random?
Do you actually? Oh my God, they're random dittoing. They're random dittoing. Oh dear Lord.
Let's
oh my God.
Bro, what?
Actual best Falcon skin.
No. Bro, we're doing this. Bro, is this top 8? Is this top 8? Hello?
What in God's name? No. Okay, so this is WaKa playing Peach, and Middy is going to be Falcon. So we will get that adjusted for you. But oh dear Lord, Gee, if you have, when you see like when you get back to the arena screen, just put 2 question marks next to it. Just do that. Just put 2 question marks there.
Bro, if that ain't the most clickbait title ever, oh my God, he pulled a stitch.
Oh my God, and let's go golfing. Really tried to get that snipe. That WaKa is just pressing buttons. I mean, this might be Captain Falcon getting out weird, honestly. That would be tragic for Middy, but...
oh, this match probably ain't that bad for Falcon. Falcon has so much more for this match.
Falcon does have a lot. I will be honest with you. I've had a little bit of success with this, but this is... hi, Falcon here. But, yeah, I mean, if you're talking about that, you can rush in a little bit in and out, but the thing is, if you rush too hard, first of all, you do not slow down all that much. You are committed to that dash, and Peach can kind of pick out where you are going to stop and just kind of chill there. My screen is frozen up. Oh, wait a second. Oh my gosh, I think WaKa just pulled Witch Time on the cash stream, but either way, that's going to be... that's going to be a 3-1 lead for WaKa, and now just getting comboed. Oh, here we go.
Okay, so WaKa has Peach, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, who'd have thought? You can just kind of press buttons to get away with stuff, honestly. Did you just pull another stitch? Oh,
I don't even know, dude. I don't even know, but this is looking very bleak for Middy right now. Right now, just trying to get anything. A back air, there it is.
Yeah, the fall off back air, that's going to take it. It's, yeah, one of the more reliable kill options that you have if you're Falcon. And certainly short hop back air. Oh. Really trying to go for the reverse command grab, expecting Peach to reverse their course. Good tech there by WaKa, keeping themselves in this thing. And yeah, that's the thing. You can get outranged on that Falcon kick and punished immediately. That is usually the downfall. Good catch by Middy. This is just absolutely wild, and the divine mandate comes down, and with that, Middy is going to take out WaKa is going to take out Middy by a score of 3-0. If nothing else, a very entertaining set.
Absolutely. I'm a little bit sad that Middy lost faith after that first game because it was so close, but just decided to go random. I mean, I really think that if she decided to, to kind of, adapt to the style that's a little more passive, she would have been fine. But I guess she just, was tired, wanted to have fun, and here we are. And it was definitely fun to watch.
Absolutely. If nothing else, it was a fun match. I'm glad I watched it. Glad I got to commentate it. Certainly glad that you got to see it. And that's the kind of stuff that you can see here on A&G Esports. What can we say? But yeah, online Olympus 2, as we are having it draw to a close ever so slowly. Middy bowing out in fourth place. A wonderful showing from her. Nothing to be ashamed of there. And certainly some well-earned victories throughout the course of this bracket. But it is WaKa who has won their 12th straight set in order to make it to losers final. They got into losers in phase 1 pools after losing to Guts, the Ike, by a score of 2-0. And that is a tough matchup to have to